The lights of downtown reflecting off the Willamette River in this terrific look at the picturesque city of Portland. And now it's ended down to David up.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the two-guard spot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the three spot. And good that time. And instead of just swinging the ball around the perimeter, Clark, both these teams like to run offense through the post.
And I love that, Kevin. We don't see it very often, but you're right. Both of these teams emphatic about getting the ball inside, putting pressure on the defense by driving it inside or passing it into the post. And it allows both of them to play a very high-quality inside-out game. Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Jokic with the steal. Here's Murray, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. Drills it from outside.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
Porter with it. Lillard picks him up. Porter passes to Gordon. Back to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Here's Nurkic. Porter with a block. And it's Murray penetrating. And it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
Covington dishes to Lillard. Powell the pass to Lillard. Nurkic against Jokic. Back to Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 5.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
And Murray, here we go. Nurkic with the block.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Covington kicks to Nurkic. That's a 2 from Lillard. He doesn't hit that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Gordon. They get it again. The kick out to Porter. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And Jokic throws it down.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Powell against Jokic. 1:52 left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. Here's McCollum. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Oh, goodness! Where did that come from?
Oh,
That was beautiful.
what a punch.
It's McCollum on the wing. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Powell finds McCollum. Now, here's Jokic.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And just a massive player. Nurkic's combination of size and strength helps him on that offensive glass. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington. Lillard outside. Kicks it out to McCollum. Shoots over Barton. Here's Cantor. Back to Lillard. Puts up a three. And the Trailblazers another three. Campazzo, covered by Lillard, to the paint, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Campazzo, Anthony with the defensive effort. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets ahead, up by 2. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the inner.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Denver.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Anthony out there with Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the point guard. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Anthony kicks to McCollum. Back to Anthony. McCollum against Barton. McCollum dishes to Cantor. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on JaVale McGee. Portland shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Outside, Jones. Pass to Simons. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Blazers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, a lot of steals in the first half. Really getting after it defensively.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Michael Porter, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Murray subbed in for Barton. Jones, the pass to Cantor.
And the coaching staff doesn't have any issue putting the ball in Cantor's hands inside. And why not? That part of his game is very refined.
And it's Murray penetrating. He gets that one. Murray's got 6.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Simons surveying the D. Portland moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Jones, the pass to Cantor.
Boy, that's a rebounding clinic right there. He boxed out and then went up aggressively and strong for it.
And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
But when Porter is attacking, the defense is in trouble. Have to respect his ability to put it on the floor.
Porter against Jones. Over Porter. Second chance shot, and the pass to Simons. The feed to Cantor. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Here's Millsap. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. It's good.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Lillard against Murray. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Back to Murray.
And even at 6'5", that's not a giant by any means. Murray elevates high inside for these buckets. He's a high percentage shooter down low for sure.
Lillard way outside. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't. It's all tied in Portland. And don't go away after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed leading the way at the start. It was Damian Lillard. He had 10 points and 1 assist. And
we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. Lillard attacking Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Murray against Lillard. And that'll be, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jumps up. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Damian Lillard.
And the strength of Murray, finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm.
The Nuggets making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Free throw good. Murray. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Three-pointer, Lillard. They get it back. It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Little. Kicks it out to Lillard. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Lobs it up for Anthony. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And what a smooth release on that shot. Melo is money in the bank from there.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it, and it's Murray with the jam.
You can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. I mean, he really turns on the Jets in the open floor. You got to get in front.
Lillard surveying the D. Down low. Here's Kanter, and Kanter throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
He just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat him.
Jones checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Pass to Jokic. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Porter passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
McCollum left side. And it's sent back by Jokic. Gordon inside. Anthony on him.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's McCollum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Will Barton.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Campazzo. And the shot goes down.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Cullen passes to Simons. And the shot goes in. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the third. To the wing on the left. With 2 seconds left. That shot off. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. Trailblazers lead by 2. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the 3. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Denver calls timeout. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He got on his guys about allowing too many paint points. He said, hey, we've got to be scrappier. We've got to be quicker to help, quicker to collapse the lane. You guys know what to do. Now you got to give me the effort. I want to see some nasty. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. And the basket by McCollum.
And you can't give McCollum any space. Always a threat to pull the trigger.
Millsap passes to Dozier. Clark outside. Here's Dozier, defended by Jones. And it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
It's Jones on the wing. Back to McCollum. Kicks it out to Covington. 5 to shoot. The tray. And McCollum the bucket on the assist from Covington. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Campazzo, he's guarded by McCollum. To the wing right side. Covington against McGee. Nifty move. Misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Campazzo, he's guarded by McCollum. 2 points. That one goes.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Lillard's checked in for Jones. Here's McCollum. It's Powell on the wing. Over in the corner, Lillard. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And when Lillard sees an opening, he takes full advantage. Skilled at drawing contact.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Portland.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
Lillard against Murray.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Jokic against Nurkic. The drive by Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possession.
McCollum left side. Feeds it to Nurkic. Yes, that goes in.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
On the wing, Gordon. and he uses the glass on the layup.
Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. No good. Murray with the defensive effort. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon finds Porter. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
This is it to Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. Porter pulls it in.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Lillard up top. He's covered by Murray. Over to the left wing. And stolen by Barton.
This isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
No, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Lillard dishes to Nurkic, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Pass to Jokic to take the lead. Here's Gordon. Oh, missed it. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball, and that's an intentional foul. And stolen by Gordon.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
And so Mike Malone calls a timeout. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jamal Murray.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Boy, he is an all.
And we've got time.
Hey, Kevin, the map.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the small forward. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Lillard. It's Covington on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And here's McCollum after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. Covington into the lane. And he comes up with the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also...
What about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Richardson with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. Nice shot by Porzingis. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Back to Lillard. Fires the three. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
Boy, they came ready to play. That's 4 straight buckets to start the game.
Doncic against Lillard. And Doncic, here we go. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, Luka can get himself into the paint with consistency, and boy, does he make that a high percentage finish.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. 9 feet out with the putback. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
1:53 left in the first. Richardson with it. Now defended by McCollum. It's good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
The Mavericks have gotten all 5 of their shots to go down in the first quarter. Terrific start. Pass to Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. Doncic passes to Porzingis. To the middle. Reverses. That one, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Kicks it out to Lillard. Count that one.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
Richardson against McCollum. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
Lillard with no one around. Good on the triple. Lillard's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Trailblazers.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Nurkic against Porzingis. Inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
How about the height and the length and the athleticism of Kristaps Porzingis? Barely has to jump to throw that down.
Covington passes to Lillard. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Doncic. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't... And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched upon...
What we've learned is staying together, staying with it, staying positive.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
You've got Luka Doncic. Dwight Powell is out there with Hardaway. And there's Porzingis, and it's Redick in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Cantor's shot is off, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Mavericks trail by 5. Doncic outside. Passes it to Redick. Back to Doncic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play, and the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. McCollum outside, and stolen by Redick.
Not a problem. First turnover of the game, but overall, I like how they're taking care of the basketball. Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
McCollum outside, from past the arc, hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told them, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Doncic, and the layup is good. Doncic has got 4 this quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
The pass to McCollum. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I love that Kanter will pursue rebounds out of his area. This guy's such a powerful player who's willing to exert his will.
Doncic looking it over. And Doncic throws it down.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Kanter inside, covered by Redick. Fast break Dallas. Porzingis has got the ball. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from J.J. Redick. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Doncic outside. Porzingis at the elbow. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Porzingis has got 10 points. The Trailblazers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Kanter, high post. He's against Porzingis. Anthony down low, guarded by Powell. Anthony's shot is off.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Back to McCollum. Pass to Simons. To the inside. Cantor. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
McCollum against Redick. Pass to Simons. He feeds it to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Well, this is Enes Kanter's comfort zone. At the rack in a hurry.
With 1 on the clock, it's not going to go for him. It's a tie game in Dallas. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 13 points, 2 assists, and 1. And that should do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Here's who Terry Stotts is starting the second half with. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. Here's Lillard, and then Lillard slams it in.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. Inside. Second shot opportunity. Out to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Doncic outside. Shot clock at 3. Kept alive. Yes! And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And he lays it straight in. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
McCollum finds Nurkic. Lillard outside. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Well, it seems like every year, Greg, we see some incredible new players come to the NBA, and they are welcomed with open arms. Their style of play is so terrific.
No doubt about it. You know, guys like Ja Morant, I think he's got a chance to be one of the greats. And any list about the future of the NBA has to include Luka Doncic. I don't know if there's a better basketball talent than that young man. And, you know, let's not forget about Devin Booker out in Phoenix as well. A terrific, terrific play.
3 terrific kids. You're right.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
The pass to Powell. Nurkic trying to get open. The shot by Powell, no good. Mavericks leading by 4. Brunson the pass to Kleba. Anthony on the double team. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. Foul. That's good.
Yeah, quick thinking wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
Lillard against Brunson. To the middle. Here's Cauley Stein. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Cauley Stein's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Mavs. To the paint. It's tipped. Pass to Lillard. 1:36 left here in the third quarter.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Brunson finds Richardson. And he uses the glass on the way up. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Lillard's got 7 now in this quarter. Brunson scanning the floor. Kicks it to Richardson. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot from 12. That one misses. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Lillard. He's got 19. Nurkic the pass to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Here's Richardson. And a slam dunk by Richardson. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Can't connect from long distance. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Mavericks ahead, up 1. And we'll get going after this from the American. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Hardaway is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Doncic. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Porzingis in at center. Pass to Simons. Here's McCollum. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Doncic dishes to Redick. The 3. That shot off, and the Trailblazers going the other way. Jones finds Anthony. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
No doubt, keeping it very close. They're going to have to step up even more to get over the hump here.
Hardaway with a wide open look, but he stays with it. Back to Doncic. Passes it to Porzingis. Another shot, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. And Portland with a change here, too. Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Almost unstoppable on the drive. Lillard's talent for ball handling, letting him just cut through the defense.
Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Doncic against McCollum. Outside, Porzingis. Uncovered. It's blocked.
Encouraging to see Cantor trying harder on the defensive end. There's height. There's ability to block shots. Go to work, Ennis.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Lillard attacking. Here's Cantor. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Richardson.
Well, to me, guys, you've got to know who you are. And Enes Kanter has a great sense of what he does well. Excellent low post game, superb rebounder, understands how to use his body. I love this guy.
For the Trailblazers, Robert Covington comes in for Anthony, and Norman Powell subbed in for Derek Jones. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 1. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Porzingis with the block, and they'll keep possession. Cullen passes to Lillard. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
Dallas making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. Doncic outside. And stolen by Lillard. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Powell. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Norman Powell on the big-time delivery.
Lillard against Doncic. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Doncic has got 19 points.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Over to the wing. Lillard against Doncic. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Lillard.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
The pass to Richardson. The reverse. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Here's Lillard. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Porzingis kicks to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Shoots over Lillard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, and with his height, it is really hard to affect Porzingis' shot without fouling him. He is a problem for defenders.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. There's 38 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, there's no need to foul. I think they just should play smart, solid defense. Play for the stop. They can get the ball back with a few seconds left. They'll have a very good chance to win it.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Nelly is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Trey Burke comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson.
And every year, it seems to me, Kristaps Porzingis willing to take on more and more responsibility. There is a process to becoming a better leader, and Kristaps Porzingis is right in the middle of it. Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Burke, the pass to Porzingis. He kicks it to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. It falls!
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Bullseye!
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. What do you think, guys?
And they have just enough time for a catch and shoot here. It has to be an immediate shot, though. That's their only hope.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan, our sideline reporter, and as they...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. Short a rotation player. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with...
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Now, sometimes there's passes, and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Porter. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. Shot clock at 5. Kleba against Jokic. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel That's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, you know, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
Here's Doncic, and Doncic throws it down.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Jokic against Doncic, and he makes good on the layup. Doncic has got his second bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Swiped it away. Outside, Porzingis. And there's the pass to Kleba. Back to Porzingis. Stolen by Gordon. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Barton. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, Porter working very hard to keep the play alive and come up with some point production.
Doncic outside. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Murray against Doncic. And it's Gordon missing.
The defense is tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And with the dunk contest and Aaron Gordon, some of the dunks he pulled off, Greg, were outstanding.
I mean, going over Taco Fall was the big one. The one-handed windmill was impressive as well. Gordon doesn't need a trophy. Everyone knows he's one of the best dunkers we've ever seen.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. 1:35 left in the first quarter. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Millsap. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Murray against Redick. And it's blocked. Now Cauley Stein. Outside, Redick in the corner. Powell with it. Doubled by Murray on the left block. Rebound by the Nuggets. Outside, Porter down low. And there's Murray on the assist from Porter.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. Kicks it to Powell. They double him with Green. Here's Brunson. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. To the middle, here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Outside Hardaway. It's Powell on the wing. Outside, Redick. For three. No good on the shot. Here's Murray, and he hits it to tie the game up. Murray's got 6.
Well, some good interior crucial points here as Murray's staying active in the paint.
It's all tied in Denver. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Denver, Paul Millsap out there with Michael Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Murray. Stolen by Brunson. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Aaron Gordon, who's checking in for the Nuggets. The Nuggets trail. Campazzo. Brunson covering. There's the dish to McGee. Stolen by Brunson. Here we go, one-on-one. The feed to Hardaway. Now here's Powell. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Passes it to Brunson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Redick, no good. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table. But in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. On the wing, Hardaway. Doncic outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Count it. Doncic has got 10.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Denver shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. McGee dishes to Barton. Back to McGee. Second chance shot and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Nuggets have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And it's McGee penetrating. In the corner, it's Gordon. Porzingis with the steal. Here's the break. Pushing it up. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
I like to see Josh Richardson showing you he can get up and rattle the rim a little bit.
The Nuggets trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Campazzo, Porzingis with the block. They get it back. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Dallas leading by 4. There's the steal. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in.
Oh, and there goes Barton. Kicks it into another gear.
The Nuggets have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. Denver making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Richardson. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And the wide open shot from Redick. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, you overreact to Paul Millsap. Good job of him staying patient and then finding one of his open teammates.
Redick for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Redick's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And, guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear. He's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
And stolen by Redick. Brunson with it. Now guarded by Porter. Brunson the bit. What a jam!
Wow, fans loving that right there.
What a jam!
Nice. Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
Murray kicks to Barton. Outside for Millsap. Wide open look here for Murray. The offensive rebound. Here's Green. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Inside, here's Cauley-Stein. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Cauley-Stein, you've got to talk mostly about the agility.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And, guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
Murray fearless on that drive right there. Not worried at all about the contact.
Pass to Porzingis. And there's the defensive 3-second call. Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys are truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
Pass to Richardson. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Porzingis passes to Doncic. And that one, good. Doncic has got 12. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned. And I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body. And I think we will see that in time.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Here's Hardaway. A second chance effort. Porzingis passes to Hardaway. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Maybe a little more fundamental with positioning there to be ready for that offensive rebound. Porzingis, some extra effort on the offensive glass that time.
Murray against Doncic. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Denver. Millsap comes in for Jokic. And it's JaMychal Green in for JaVale McGee. And then for Dallas, Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And Brunson has it in the corner. Redick against Murray. Count it, good. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
On the wing, Gordon. Stolen by Brunson. Here we go, one-on-one. Hardaway finds Cauley Stein. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Redick against Murray. The shot by Redick, no good. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. Gordon dishes to Green. Basket counts. Green's got 6.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Brunson scanning the floor. He can't hit that time. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Surprising quickness. Murray burying his head down and just sprinting to the rack.
56 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Now the pass to Brunson. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. Campazzo uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Mavericks leading by 3. Outside, Redick. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. And they pick up 2. He's got 12.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Campazzo, Brunson covering, and he banks in the layup.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Bill Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Richardson finds Doncic. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And he gets the whistle. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He wants them to work for more easy baskets in transition. He said, the moment you take possession of the ball, I want us to attack. If there's nothing there, then you can pull it back out and run the offense. Kevin?
Here's Richardson, banked in off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Well, Richardson came in shooting threes and thought that might be the only thing he could do. He's no one-trick pony.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Dozier kicks to Millsap. And here's Porter. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Dozier. Brunson covering. Mavericks leading by 4. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Pretty unselfish play there, right? Porzingis finding the open man, and he's more and more comfortable and more aware of everything going on around him.
Porter kicks to Jokic. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Richardson the pass to Kleba, and it's in there. Kleba's got his first basket.
Good recognition from the 2-guard. Richardson demonstrating remarkable initiative to get that pass over.
Here's Dozier. He feeds it to Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
Going to the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Gordon's got his 4th rebound in this one. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Boy, they needed that one, and Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 4 this quarter.
Porzingis loving the moment right here, stepping up huge.
Murray outside. Feeds it to Gordon. They kick it out to Green. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Richardson knocking down the shot. He's got good shooting form.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Murray surveying the D. Nice D from Porzingis. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 6-point lead. Richardson right side. Passes to Kleba. to Porzingis. Out to Doncic. Shot clock at 2. And it's Jokic with the rebound. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Good! And now they trail by just 4.
A tremendous display of poise from Gordon. Refused to let the moment get too big.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Well, that's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. We've got 22 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Here's Murray. Porzingis with the block. Doncic outside. Pass to Richardson. Dishes it to Powell. And here's Doncic from the arc. And the miss. And so it's Dallas winning this one. They seem... All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have D.A.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. The starters for the Portland Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the small forward position. And for Denver, Jokic is out there with Gordon. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard. Porter hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, just phenomenal at using that vertical on the offensive boards. Porter just gifted at coming up with second and third chance opportunities.
Now, here's Lillard. To the inside. Nurkic kicks to Lillard. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. Pass to Gordon. Jokic trying to free himself up, and it's Gordon missing. And here's Portland. And a wide open look for McCollum. No good on the triple. Gordon, the pass to Murray. Barton dishes to Murray. Here's Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Now here's Lillard. Lets it go with a three. Porter pulls it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And it's a challenge trying to guard Jokic from there. Adept at making you foul him on the way up.
And Jokic drops them both.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line. And Jusuf Nurkic, missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic, but hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up, but I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Now here's Lillard, following the miss by Michael Porter. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
It's tough. When I think of Dame, that's the first word that comes up. Show him why on that hoop right there.
Inside, Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Lillard. The feed to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Lillard again missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
It's Powell on the wing. Back to McCollum. Powell dishes to McCollum. Kicks it out to Lillard. Shot clock at 5 over Murray. Again, the miss by Lillard.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Covington with the steal. Here's Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, and all Nurkic needs is good positioning. Once he has this, dunking is easy.
Murray against Lillard. Murray the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got 8 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now, here's Lillard. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Lillard finds Powell. Over Porter. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
McCollum against Barton. Back to Gordon. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jusuf Nurkic.
A constant threat around the rim. Gordon is an agile big who just throws it down with ease.
And Portland making a change here. Enes Kanter's checked in for Jusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. And the basket by McCollum.
Always good to see solid interior work by McCollum. I mean, he might earn himself some extra space on his outside jumpers when he gets inside points like this.
Campazzo. Clark left side. Campazzo. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Jokic firing on all cylinders. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about it.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
We've got Paul Millsap, also Green out there. JaVale McGee is out there with Jamal Murray. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second.
You have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Dozier's checked in. Now here's McCollum. Pass to Simons. McCollum outside. And he makes good on the layup. McCollum's got his second basket. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. And so he makes both from the line. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. The pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Kicks it to Cantor. McCollum right side. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And McCullough is fantastic in running the screen and roll. He knows how to use the pick to get space to shoot.
Pass to Millsap. Lays it up and banks it in. Millsap's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's McCollum. Shoots it up. McGee with the block.
And when we mentioned McGee's outstanding length, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
Now here's Green. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. The second effort, and Millsap with the layup. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
On the wing, Jones. Feeds to Cantor. Jones the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Pass to Millsap. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Pass to Dozier. Got a piece of it. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. McCollum. They shoot again. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. And the Nuggets lead by 11.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
Now here's McCollum. He has 6. Now the dish to Cantor. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Man, when you're playing from behind, that's the last thing you want to do. Make matters worse.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Derek Jones. Norman Powell comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Boy, have they gotten hot here in the second quarter. No wonder they're in front.
Lillard attacking.
Outstanding quickness of Lillard. It keeps the D on their heels. He excels at drawing the foul on his drives.
The Trailblazers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Nurkic checked in for Cantor.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Here's Murray. Gordon trying to break loose. Murray, good. Murray's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
There's the pass to Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
Murray against Lillard. Murray the pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Murray against Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
What a contest this is turning into. Almost like a dunk contest, Kevin.
You're right, Greg. They are really going at it. It's bound to only get more intense. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points. Well, what can you say about... That's all for now.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 3 slot. Here's Porter, and that's off the glass and in. And the Nuggets lead by 10.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
Martin surveying the floor. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to, when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Three-pointer, Lillard. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
They've been very sharp to start the half. A perfect 4 for 4 from the field.
Barton kicks to Gordon. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Nurkic. The shot by Lillard wide open. A three-pointer no good.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Murray the pass to Jokic. That shot missing. Now Portland takes it the other way. Lillard from outside. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
But it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Jokic kicks to Barton. Murray the pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading to scores.
Lillard, Covington trying to break free, and it's Lillard missing. The Nuggets leading by 6. Here's Gordon. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. For the 3, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:43 left in the third. Now the feed to Millsap. And it's Portland with the rebound. Covington's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Covington's got his first points of the game.
The strength of Covington, willing these shots in. despite the D being very aggressive with him.
1:15 left in the third quarter. On the wing, Gordon. Clock at 6. Good D by Covington.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Cantor checked in for the Trailblazers. Carmelo Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Out to Anthony. He feeds it to Cantor, and Cantor throws it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Such incredible hops for a center. Look, it allows him to hold his own against any other 5 in the league.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And this is his third trip to the line tonight. The first one falls. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
Here's Powell. Offensive rebound.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Down low, here's Green. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He delivered 9 points from three-point range that quarter. Terrific work from distance. We'll return shortly. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Clark, Paul Millsap out there with JaVale McGee, and it's Dozier in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. To the paint, here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Passes it to Simons. Swiped away. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Pass to Dozier. Makes it off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
Here's Anthony, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Clark outside. Here's Dozier, defended by Jones. Dozier passes to Millsap, rebounded by Anthony.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Back to Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
Simons, the pass to Powell, and an intentional foul right there. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Anthony. A.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Jones. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Lillard is phenomenal at penetrating to the bucket with his speed, athleticism, difficult to slow down.
And it's Murray penetrating. Count that bucket.
He's been so dependable in this game, taking nothing but good shots.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Pass to Covington. Lillard outside. That one falls.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
The pass to Gordon. Jokic. It's good on the putback.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Passes it to Powell. It's Covington on the wing. Powell kicks to Lillard. 6 on the shot clock. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 17 points here in the second half.
But Lillard, he's an exceptional player. He's a guy you trust to make the right decision in these moments.
Murray against Lillard. Martin passes to Gordon.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks. Love the poise of McCollum. He looks comfortable shooting in crucial moments of the game.
Porter against Powell. Jokic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, easy call.
First free throw is good, and that ties the game up. And so making both free throws, that'll give them the lead here.
Now that's big free throws from a player they depend on in those situations.
Lillard outside. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Covington kicks to Lillard. He dishes it to Nurkic. Pass to Lillard. From the arc. Murray with the defensive effort.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point line.
For Portland, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Count it, and the foul. That one on Porter.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Free throw good, Nurkic.
Hey, great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Nurkic with the steal. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And he gets the whistle. The coach's challenge has been issued. Close game like this, down to the wire, this is what it's for.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. We're double-checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Those are big. I mean, turns into a 2-possession game.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket. No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good!
Yeah, Jokic seems determined to have a big night. So far, he's been successful.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of it. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. We bring you tonight into... And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. C.J. McCollum has talked about the bond between the city of Portland and the Blazers team. He said the connection comes in part because we're isolated in the Pacific Northwest, far from the rest of the world. Basketball is the only major sport, so the city's poured its heart and soul into this team. Well, Blazer fandom has certainly been...
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Powell. And it's Nurkic in at the 5. Now Lillard following Nurkic's three-point attempt. Fast break Dallas. Doncic leading the charge. Richardson gets a wide open look. Almost, but it rolls out. And here is Powell. Kicks it out to Covington. Fires from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Now here's Lillard. Nice D from Doncic.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Kleba, the pass to Porzingis. Back to Kleba. Porzingis inside. Looking on Nurkic.
Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
Now here's Lillard following the miss by Josh Richardson. And finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Kleba. Drops in the layup for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Three-pointer, Lillard. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Doncic looking it over. To the middle. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time.
Not when he can throw it down like that. Boom!
Lillard from deep three-point land. And the 3 off target.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Richardson against McCollum. Kicks it out to Richardson. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Here's Lillard after Luka Doncic's bucket. It's McCollum on the wing. 6 feet out. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Then for the Mavericks, Dwight Powell's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Porzingis can't hit. Trailblazers leading by 4. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. Portland shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
So for the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. And Jones subbed in for Norman Powell. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson.
You know, Kanter can dominate on the court, but his real passion may be pro wrestling. He even held a pro title belt for a little while. He's a big, strong fella. I know I wouldn't want to be in the ring with him.
16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Brunson up top. Now here's Hardaway. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper. No good that time. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some And before the game, we talked to Damian Lillard. You know, Greg, he is still...
I don't fear nobody.
And if Lillard's proved anything to us, Greg, in his career, you know he loves a challenge.
One of the premier big shot makers in this game. I don't know if there's anyone you'd rather give the ball to in crunch time.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What stands out to you guys from the Trailblazers so far in this one?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Brunson finds Redick. The pass to Powell. On the wing, Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Lays it up off the glass. Hardaway has got 4 points this quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Simons, 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Brunson kicks to Redick. To Cauley Stein. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
To the paint. Anthony looking it over. It's tipped.
Like seeing Powell flex his muscle on the defensive end. Really good at timing his jump to block the shots.
The drive by Redick. Little with the rebound. Trailblazers leading by 4. Simons the pass to Little. He dishes it to Carmelo. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. For the 3. That shot no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Anthony against Redick. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Redick's got his first basket. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Powell, he's jacked in for Little, and Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Onjic passes to Cauley Stein. Bucket is good. Cauley Stein's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Passes to Powell. To the left wing. Here's Lillard. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
Doncic against Lillard. Doncic passes to CLA Stein.
Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make him count.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact, because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Back to Richardson. And the layup is good.
Richardson, he's a physical guard now. This guy's got good strength, and he powers through physical contact and capitalizes there.
Not going to go that time. And a close game so far through the first two quarters. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. That was a rough ride in the first quarter for Dallas. The deficit for them at one point grew. And that does it for our...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's CLA Stein in at the small forward position. And CLA Stein throws it down.
CLA Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Doncic against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. And finished off by Nurkic.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And that one, good. Doncic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain that.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Mavericks. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D. Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Now, Doncic, 7 points in the game. Porzingis kicks to Redick. Stolen by McCollum. One-on-one fast break. Covington down low. Guarded by Porzingis. Here's McCollum. Good work defensively by Richardson.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Here's Redick. Great touch on the 16-footer. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Tipped away. Kicks to Covington. Here's Simons. Guarded by Doncic. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. Hardaway with it. Cancer covering. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
McCollum, an easy 2 points on the layup. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you played for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
You know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Portland. The Mavericks also with a sub. Richardson, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. 46 seconds left to play here in the third. Richardson against Anthony. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Well, no easy answer for how you defend Richardson on the drive.
Pass to Canner. Back to Lillard for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Lillard's got 11 points.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Runs in the pass to Porzingis. Lillard against Brunson. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Over Jones. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Mavericks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. No good on the free throw. Dallas making a switch here. And he's good on the second. Lillard with it from deep three-point range. That shot misses.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Kleber tipped back in for 2.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And the basket is good.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Doncic against Anthony. Doncic with the bucket.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
Lillard dishes to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Yeah, you can't allow Nurkic to get that kind of position. When you do, he is going to rattle that rim.
Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Passes it to Kleber. And Kleber slams it in.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Powell in the high post. To the inside. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis is coming in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Well, I tell you what, hard to contain Porzingis now. When he's being aggressive with it, the defense gets a little shaky. Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Lillard looking around. And he banks in the layup.
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Redick against Lillard. Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Takes a 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's McCollum. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Lillard against Doncic. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And they've also worked hard to get the ball inside. They haven't just settled. And they've hit a lot of high percentage shots in this game.
Just 4 to shoot. And Covington sends it back.
Covington's reach, the length of his arms really coming in handy when he goes up to block shots like that.
Lillard against Doncic. Kicks it out to Lillard. Portland with a new 14. From past the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Richardson finds Doncic. 1:05 left. What a jam!
Are you kidding me? Well, you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. And a miss there on the triple. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Porzingis, goes straight through the defender for the dunk, draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. Hardaway's checked in for J.J. Redick.
Yeah, you know, it's rare to see a 7-footer shoot well from the foul line, guys, but that's Porzingis for you.
Lillard against Doncic. It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And the swag Nurkic plays with, it's infectious. He doesn't back down from taking a big shot.
Pass to Doncic. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Lillard outside. From deep. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
This is what he's known for. When it's an important possession, Lillard knows how to come through.
And here is Doncic. Richardson for 3, off target. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Murray out there with Will Barton. And there's Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at the 3 slot. And for the Mavericks, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Doncic against Murray. Inside. Ball stolen.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
He's still filling out that frame, but the Greyhound physique of Porzingis well suited to transition play.
Knocked loose. It's off his foot. And the refs whistling a kick ball. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
Now here's Porzingis. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And that one's good. Doncic.
Boy, 4 for 4 to get things started. Must have been a good shoot-around this morning.
Murray against Doncic. It's a hand on it. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And this, to me, is where Aaron Gordon can excel. This guy embraces contact on the way up.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's Porzingis. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Right side, Porter. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Back to Brunson. And it's Jokic with the rebound. The Nuggets trail. Here's Porter. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You know, at 7'3", yes, he can dunk. But with that athleticism and his sense for the dramatic and his flair, look out, folks. He can be special.
Down low. Jokic inside. Guarded by Porzingis. And Jokic gets it to go. Jokic has got 6. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's Brunson, following the score by Aaron Gordon. The pass to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Out to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Over Jokic. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
And so here is Dallas after the Nuggets pick up 2. Here's Brunson. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That's his first foul. 11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Campazzo off with the layup. It's been all about Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavericks. He notched and some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
We've got Hardaway. J.J. Redick is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Here's Redick. Rebounded by McGee. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Trailing by 2, Murray. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assists. Murray's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Nuggets. Here's Doncic. He's got 8. Pass to Cauley Stein. Good work there as it goes. Cauley Stein's got his first bucket in this one.
What a pass by Luka Doncic. He's got tremendous size, and obviously they want the ball in his hands.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, that's about decision-making and being comfortable in the pick and roll. For Luka, he's been there and done that.
Murray with him. Out defended by Stein.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Back to Redick. Shoots the 3. And there's the feed to Stein. 5 to shoot. Tries again. He lays it in. Stein's got the lead up to 6 now for the man.
Nice work inside by Stein. Great tools as a finisher. And Doris, as if it were destiny, Kleba grew up in the same hometown as Mavs legend Dirk Nowitzki.
And this is a fun and extraordinary story to tell, because in 2017, Kleba texted with Nowitzki before signing with Dallas. But though they come from the same town, they didn't know each other until they became teammates. That's extraordinary.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Luka Doncic. And Denver with a change here, too. Dozier's checked in. Brunson the pass to Stein. McGee with the block. And he's able to get it back. Stein's shot is good. Denver with the ball. 8-point game. Campazzo. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Brunson. Pass to Stein. And here is Kleba. Millsap covering. Here's Stein, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on JaVale McGee.
And Stein, so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
A different look for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Pass to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Brunson the pass to Richardson. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Stein has it in the corner. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. Shoots over McGee. Dallas again missing. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Dozier. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Stein. Porzingis is checked in for Jalen Brunson. 1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. That one drops for him.
Boy, they don't waste any time on that inbound play. Very little the defense can do to react to that one.
Richardson the pass to Porzingis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Porzingis has got 6.
Well, that's a good, strong finish. Porzingis not shying away from getting after it.
The pass to Millsap. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Stein. Now here's Barton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Count that one.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Doncic feeling it out. Outside, Porzingis to the middle. Powell kicks to Porzingis. Back to Powell. Clock at 6. He dishes it to Hardaway. Porzingis trying to get free. Outside Porter. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that'll do it for the first.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points and 1 assist. And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Will Barton. Porter is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Murray. And it's Jokic in at the 5. I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Murray, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And can't get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
Dallas making a switch here. Redick is checked in. And so Murray nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Doncic outside. Outside, Redick. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. And that one's good. Doncic.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. To the paint. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Murray. He's got 8, and Jokic wide open. He shoots. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Here's Doncic. 9 for 9, looking deadly accurate. Like guys he cannot miss.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Now here's Murray. Jokic can't get the putback. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Finney-Smith kicks to Redick. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. And here is Kleber. Over Gordon. The putback. Porzingis on the foul. Porzingis has got the lead up to 8 now for Dallas.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And Denver with a change here, too. Paul Millsap's checked in for Porter. Now here's Brunson. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon. And stolen by Barton. Here's Gordon. And oh, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 10. He kicks it to Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring, and Tim Hardaway says, you know what, my teammate's open, I'm going to get him the ball.
A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell comes in for Porzingis, and it's Richardson in for J.J. Redick. And that one falls for Cauley Stein.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
And the Nuggets making a change here. 1:07 left to play in the third. Here's McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Brunson. The dish to Hardaway. Passes it to Richardson. Outside Hardaway. Inside. Here's Cauley Stein. He's off on that one. Excellent D that time there from McGee. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to go on Willie Cauley Stein. The Nuggets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Porzingis, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Both free throws good from McGee. Mavericks leading by 5. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Brunson. Outside, Porzingis. Dishes it to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The 3. They grabbed their own miss. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. We come back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. We've got Jalen Brunson. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Powell. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Richardson in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's Murray. Tim Hardaway making his last shot. Murray dishes to Millsap, and Millsap slaps it in.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
Now Brunson. He feeds it to Powell. Brunson the pass to Powell. Now here's Brunson. To the inside. And the dunk by Powell.
He has proven to be a quality finisher off the pick and roll. Dwight Powell can adjust midair to get his shot.
Brunson against Murray. Over Porzingis. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket for Murray.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Pass to Doncic. Stripped away. And now Jokic pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Such opportunistic basketball right there. And that's when they desperately needed it.
Doncic finds Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Inside. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Boy, what a display of toughness from Kristaps Porzingis. He's a rock down low.
Murray, good. Murray's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic with the bucket.
Luka Doncic is in distinguished company because his game is so far advanced for his age.
And Murray, here we go. Shoots over Doncic, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there, doing everything he can to rally his team.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Finney-Smith's checked in.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Jokic with it, out guarded by Porzingis. Jokic, no good. Dallas leading by 4. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. And the dunk by Doncic.
If he sees a lane to the rim, Doncic will capitalize. Nice drive.
Murray against Doncic. Left side, Gordon. Over Kleba. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Well, there's a versatility and a fearlessness about which Aaron Gordon goes about his business. This guy can be an effective two-way player who's got to keep working on the defensive end.
Now, here's Doncic. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. It's up a 3. And no good. And Denver the other way now. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
And so Murray nails both of them.
And that makes it a one-possession game, guys. Got to be the biggest free throws of the game thus far.
Doncic outside. Outside, Porzingis. Just 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Jokic with the steal. And Murray, here we go. Nice team from Doncic.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Yes!
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And here are the Nuggets now. Murray outside. It's rebounded by Doncic. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie bar the door.
Kleba, the pass to Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Here's Kleba. The 3. Richardson kicks to Finney-Smith. That 3 off the mark. And here is Murray. It's good.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. That was a all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our